Okay. Can the music be heard is my question. What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? Last stream for this week. I know it's only my first stream, but, you know, whatever. It's fine. Guys, can you hear the music right now? Can you hear the music? Music is good. Is the volume good? Should the volume be turned up? Okay, I'm gonna experiment here. I'm gonna turn the volume up. Can you hear the music now? Can you hear it more now? Hold on. I'm turning it up. Is the music better now? So everyone can hear me and the music and the game, right? I've got the volume pretty low, but you should be able to hear it. Music is low but can be heard. As long as you can hear it, it doesn't have to be super loud. Like, as long as it's in the background, that's all I really care about. Because I don't just want it to be silence, you know? So if you can hear the music, that's good for me. That works for me. But yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on, everybody? How we doing here? Let's see. Aiden Oliver, first one here. Trash Panda, RG, Saiyan, Brian, Nick, DJ, Mr. Absorbent Man, Sobin, Quinn, Prime Minister, Spidey Edits. What's going on? How we doing? Thoughts on Metal Mario? Poser. What a loser, that guy. I got a new cup, by the way. Yeah, Metal Mario. Boo. Crystal opening first? Yes. We'll open the crystal because I'm going to get one pre-release bundle. And if we can get a 7-star Enchantress, I'll just test the 7-star on my live server account. But if we can't get 7-star Enchantress, I can't rank the 6-star high enough to test her in meaningful content. So I'll just hop over to the beta. I've already ranked up the 7-star to rank 2, Sig 20. We can test her there. Fortnite stream with lags? I've never played Fortnite. Actually, that's not true. Oh boy. In middle school, one time I tried to play on mobile, and I couldn't get it to work because our Wi-Fi was terrible. And that's the last time I tried. What are my thoughts on the Cyclops buff? It's cool to see Cyclops getting a buff, but I voted for Doctor Strange, so, you know, it stings a little bit. In terms of these votes for, like, characters and reworks, I'm very 50-50. I think, let's see, I voted for Quicksilver, and he won. I voted for Omega Sentinel, and she lost. I voted for White Tiger, and she lost. And I voted for Doctor Strange, and he lost. I think that's... Oh, that's not true. So I'm 2 for 5 because I voted for Colossus way back in the day, and we got Colossus buffed. But that was like so long ago. How many pull-ups? Cold? I could do 20. I could do more probably, but I could definitely do 20. Any tips for 8.4 Glycon character strength for it? Dr. Doom is great. Any champion with high base attack is really solid for it because the node does not take into consideration any outside attack modifications. If you have OG Storm, she makes the fight laughably easy with power back boosts. So if you have a 7-star OG Storm, use her. It's literally the easiest fight in the entire game, or one of them. Any mutants with high special damage will do very well. But like I said, Dr. Doom and Mega Sentinel are also exceptional for it. If you want to make it really easy, just counter his heavy attack, do full combos, use specials. Don't even worry about the prompts because you really don't need them. Reverse control immune champs, Professor X, I'm going to say fully immune, not like conditionally immune. Professor X, Mr. Sinister, who else is conditionally immune? Let's also do a game reset, or fully immune. Professor X, Mr. Sinister, Juggernaut needs the gem, so I'm not going to count him. Prof, Mr. Sinister, Wiccan, yeah, that's a good one. Am I forgetting it? I know I'm forgetting people. Moondragon, thank you. Alright, get Enchantress, and then Battlegrounds off season, but the season's not over yet. Let's grab the pre-release bundle for Enchantress. We're just getting one, we're not getting two, because the two is crazy, but we're getting one. Okay, just make sure this is the right one. With that guaranteed 6-star Enchantress. Alright. Psychic shielding does not equal reverse control immunity, though. So, like, Strife is immune to Emma and stuff, and, like, Onslaught is immune to it as well, but that's not the same thing as being immune to reverse controls. What's up, Truth Comic? Alright, let's grab Enchantress. So first we're going to open the crystals, see if I can get lucky and get a 7-star Enchantress or awaken my Beta Ray Bill. If we can do that, sick. If not, hey, we got the 6-star, and we'll probably be able to open a 7-star crystal too, so it's all good. Alright, let's go for the crystals first. If we see a 1 in the corner, that's not Enchantress because I already have her as a 2-star. So, yeah, we're looking for a 7-star Enchantress or a dupe on my 7-star Beta Ray Bill from these crystals. And if we don't get any of that, it's fine. We're still going to test Enchantress anyway. But it'd be cool to get a 7-star of one of the two because Bill would be a dupe and that'd be amazing because he's already rank 3 and Enchantress would be brand new. I've never pulled a featured or a sub-featured 7-star, so I would love to change that today. That would be awesome. Would you rank 2 undupe Moondragon or Moleman? I would take Moleman personally. That's who I would want out of those two. Moondragon's cool. She's got a lot of utility, but I prefer Moleman. Does she need the dupe? I don't think so. I know it's definitely nice to have, but I don't believe she needs it. 6-star Gallon. He's not Sig 200, so I guess I'll take that. Let's back out. Go back in here. Be very cool to get a 7-star. I know refreshing the crystals does not... There's a 7-star Onslaught. That'd be pretty sick. That'd be a first-time dupe. That would be a first-time dupe. Alright, we're halfway through. It's going kind of fast here. Not very exciting so far. Let's change that. Nothing. Man, I think it's so funny how people will open one crystal and get the 7-star, and I open like 12 and get nothing. Pop 5? It's a good idea. Depends on what happens here. If we get a 7-star or something, then... Okay, well, we're not. We didn't get a 7-star. Alright, we'll pop the last 5 in hopes of something good. Well, let's do the pet method, because that's pretty old school. Shout out to people who know what that is. Alright, let's just hope for the best, I guess. It's a 7-star dupe, which is awesome, but it's not the 7-star dupe we wanted. I mean, I did ask for a 7-star, so I guess I got what I asked for. But my Shuri definitely does not need more SIGs. But it's a 7-star. I mean, it's not bad, right? Can we open a basic? No, we can't. Oh, that's a little sad. I don't think I have any max SIG crystals either. Okay, well that was super anticlimactic. Let's just hop over to the beta because I cannot open a basic, which sucks. But we can go test Enchantress on beta. Someone asked earlier if I'm stopping at M2, if that's even where I am. I don't know where I am right now. Yeah, I'm traveling tomorrow to go back to my apartment, so yeah. Can't really play anymore. But I have this time to stream for Enchantress, and that's what I'm going to do. So, Enchantress, she's a defender. You know, like first and foremost, she's a defender. But she's got a lot of utility. I want to see if I can remember how to use her spells. So if you just want damage, you just want to spam double tap light, and that will cast a random damaging spell. But how Enchantress works is, I'll show you in just a second here. When you throw your special one, time slows down. And if you pause, there's all these spell combinations you can do by swiping on the left side of the screen. Now, if you just want to go full-on damage, you don't care about any of your utility, you just want to double tap the screen, and that will randomly give you a spell. So look, right here. Double tap, random, cast. There's Cold Snap. She's a ramp champ. She's a ramp champ. She's not a quick character. She's a defender who can ramp up to some really decent numbers. And then if you know the spells, you want to try and have all spells even. So I'm going to pause here after this special one. I want to get a purple spell. So that's right, left, right. Oh, nope, that was wrong. So as you can see, she is kind of complex. There's a lot going on in this kit. I did the input improperly. It's... What do you mean? I'm doing the input correctly. Is it not? Yeah, it's this way. Okay, well. Looks like a math problem. Yeah, she basically is like a walking math problem. Okay, I just had to wait for the slowdown. But now I have one of my purple spells. So, I'll go through her utility list in a second here. I just want to even out my spells. The goal with Enchantress when you ramp her up is to have an even number of your spells. So when you go for your special 2, your what's it called? Your special 2 reactivates all the spells. So you want to have an even number of them, because it only reactivates the spell with the most, or all the spells if they're equal. That's not what okay. Clearly the input is not being my friend here, because I'm just trying to even my spells out, and it doesn't want me to do that. You'll also notice that she's power stealing on every hit. Does she have like a Doom Heavy? Yeah, she does. So if you go for a combo ender, or a non-combo ender, you can get a heavy attack going. And each hit of her heavy, the first 2 hits, cancel out her special 3 and her special 2. Alright, now I just need 2 more purple spells, and then we're fully ramped here. You can be fully ramped with 1 of each spell. So it's not like fully ramping is a big deal. Okay. Am I just doing that wrong? It's boom, boom, boom. I don't know. Clearly she's not very fast. But I'm also not playing her super well. This is maybe the third time I've ever played her. There we go. Let's just go for a special 2 now. Because I want to take her into longer content so I can show off her ramp. But, you know, that's like okay damage. That's fine. But she's not made for short content. You know? It's not really what she's made for. So ignore the time here, because this is not her forte. I'm going to take her into some longer content. She's a defender. She's a defender first, but she does have some decent damage once you fully ramp her up. So that's what we're going to do right now, is we're going to go ramp her up. We can do some short fights, but you're not going to like what you see. I'm telling you right now. She is not made for the short form content. I went the wrong way. Let's go to the Iron Fist boss, because Groot gives me too much power. By the time we master Enchantress, there will be 8 stars? Yes. But let's actually get her going in content she's made to do, which is long-form content. Ideally, with Enchantress, if there's no specific ask for utility, you want to go for an even number of spells every time you cast. So the damage one doesn't really matter. You can just double tap to get that one going. There's like damage, there's sustainability, and then there's utility. So now I have 3 of each. Her Awakened ability gives her an additional spell called Charm Champion. That's up, down, up. And that increases the potency of her Power Steal. She doesn't need to be awakened, but the Awakened ability is nice to have. This is called Haste. It gives her an unstoppable passive while dashing, I believe. Yep. And then we're just going to double tap here to get more damage spells. More damaging spells. And then once we get to 3 of each, we'll toss 1 special 2 and see how that feels. Dude, you pulled her on the live server? That's sick, man. Huge congrats, Xander. I got very unlucky. I did get 1 7-star, but it wasn't the 7-star I was looking for. I don't know why that's not counting as antipathy, because it should be. Very strange. Let's do down, up, down for Dispel. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Dispel, I believe it nullifies a buff on the opponent. It thinks you're double tapping. Yeah, I think I just have to slow down. No, but I did it there and it didn't count. Let's get Levitate. Levitate prevents her from being knocked down by specials. See that? Evade all knockdown. She has so much utility. Alright, now I just need 2 more purple spells and then I'm fully ramped here. Or not fully ramped, because you can technically do any spell forever. Let's get Charm Champion going for more Power Steal. Alright, now we have 5 of each. So when we go for the special 2, it should refresh all the effects. We have a life steal going, and then all the damaging debuffs. And this can be done infinitely. Like, there's no limit to your spells. So you can just keep doing this. And keep stacking that damage. Can't knock me down. So in long-form content, we're not even fully ramped here. I'm going to go for a couple more spells, and then we'll go for more special 2s. In long-form content, she's absolutely cracked. Can I take some damage? I can try. She might be too tanky at this point to take any damage. Let's see, let's get hit. Alright, that seems fine enough. Let's go for another damaging spell. I just like going for Levitate. It's the easiest one for me. And then let's get another Charm Champion. I underappreciated Charm Champion when I first read her kit, but I think the Awakened ability, having that additional level of Power Steal, it feels really nice. So let's get to 8 of each, and then let's go for another special 2. Let's go for Charm Champion again. And then let's use the Relic here. Scarlet Witch Relic is the best for her. Let's go for Levitate again. Alright, and now we're at 8. Now, again, we go back to Special 2. We have all this additional Power Steal. And if you get to a Special 3, don't worry. You just cancel the first hit of your Heavy into your Special 2, and you're good. Oh, you want me to do it again, Iron Fist? Okay. I can do it again. And as you can see, in long-form content, she feels really good. Super sustainable, very safe. Watch, I dash right in. I evade. There's no cooldown on that. I'm going to do it again. Go ahead, throw your special 1, do it. Right here, boom, evade. Oh, I'm at a special 3? That's a shame. Doesn't matter, I'm not anymore. Let's just keep ramping her up. Go for the damage spell. The damage spell doesn't really matter. If I had to pick one that was the best, I'd probably say the shock one, because there's a chance to reapply it. Let's go for Levitate again. Go for Charm Champion. Let's get to like 10 or 11. What does the special 3 do? It applies one of her Charm Champions on the opponent. So that heart thing that you get from the Awakened ability, it applies it to them without needing to be awakened. Yeah, I'd say Chain Lightning is probably the best. Also, she's regenning from blocked hits with the Levitate spell. Now we're at 10 of each. And you can just kind of do this forever. The most important thing, though, is you need to keep the spells in balance. This is the special 3. It applies a Charm Champion. And it also power steals, so you can go right from your special 3 to another special 2. And at this point, we don't need to build up any more charms. We just try and kill him. I think she's really cool. I don't know how practical she would be in long-form content, but the damage is definitely there. Do you need to ramp up to 10 of each spell? Probably not. To get this level of damage, you probably don't need to be at this high a spell count. But, I mean, she's dealing a decent bit of damage now. Like, a really, really decent bit of damage. You probably only need 4 or 5 of each spell to really start getting going. Can you Dexter Special too? Not by normal means. You can't. Great light reach. Nick, if I would have gotten the 7-star, I definitely would have tested her in Necro, but I did not get the 7-star today. But I mean, that damage is definitely not good. Not fun. Not terrible. This is with a long ramp up, though. The spell count does not have a cap, so her ramp up is technically infinite. So, in theory, really cool. But in execution, she can be a little annoying to ramp up. Because it does take a while, you know? I did not mean to say her damage isn't good. Once you ramp her up, her damage is pretty alright. I would definitely prefer other champions in Everest content because of how long her ramp up is. But it's not like she's bad. The one thing about her is when you ramp up these spells and you have at least one copy of each of them, you're essentially unkillable. So, yeah, she just has so much utility. Fade knockdown. It's not going to win any awards, you know? But honestly, if you just wanted to use her and remember 3 spells, that's all you need to ramp her up. You don't even need to remember 3, you just need to remember 2. Because for the damage one, you can just double tap light, or you can just double tap block and not cast a damaging spell. He's dead from the... Oh, I thought he would be dead from the cold snap. Alright, well, he's dead from this. That was probably 11, 12 minutes. 10 minutes, yeah, basically 11 minutes. But, you know, she finishes with 100% health. Please fight Serpent. I wish. I wish I could. I guess I could try and fight her with, like, my 6-star rank 1 on the live server. I don't know. She feels interesting. Let's try her out in content like this. Let's go fight Star-Lord. So for super short form content, you definitely just want to spam special 1 for the damage spell 2 or 3 times, and then just go for your special 2. But for longer content, you want to go for maybe 1 of each and then special 2 spam. We can try that. I just have to remember what spell is Chain Lightning and what spell is Levitate. So for short form content, you just double tap block once or twice. Just get some of these spells going. She does have the power steal at all times, which is really nice. Convinced that all 7-stars have been removed from my Valiant Crystals from my account only. I got a 7-star sim, but it was not Enchantress. So once you're ramped, you just kind of keep throwing special 2s. Again, she's not really made for short form content. But if the special crits, it's okay, you know? It's not terrible. It's definitely not good. Deathless Vision is a whole lot better of an attacker in short form content. But she's not made for this, you know? 122, not atrocious, but definitely not great. So she's not for BGs, not for offense. Not for offense. Defense, though? Oh, yeah. So for medium content, you know, act content maybe, go for a couple of special ones. Let's get Charm Champion up. You want to have equilibrium with your spells. That's a big thing with using her, is equilibrium with spells. Evade all knockdown, so nice. Really decent light reach too. And then this is the special 2 with 3 spells. Nothing crazy, but you want to get a couple more spells, you know? You want to get like 2 or 3 of each maybe. So let's get Levitate again. We'll get Charm Champion again. Can I fight against her? Yeah, for sure. I can do a duel. Alright, we just need one more purple spell, and then we can go for another special 2. Oh, I did the wrong spell. Well, I guess we're going for 3 of each. It's up, down, up for Charm Champion, yeah. How do I like her MSD? Nick, she's interesting. She's definitely a defender first, and it's pretty clear with her damage that she's not meant for short form content. She's much more geared towards long form, and I think that's fine. But maybe if she would have come out last year, she would have been a lot more hyped on offense. But she's for sure a defender through and through. Lots of great utility, but I feel she'll be overshadowed by other characters who do similar things with much quicker succession. But hey, that was not bad. This is only 3 spells, and this is a okay amount of damage. This is longer form content. This is more towards what she needs. She needs time to get going. This should do the trick here. Yep. The damage over time is good. But that was 2 minutes and 22 seconds for how much health? 850,000. So, you know, I think I made the mistake in the Iron Fist fight of getting too many spells up, and that definitely cost me some time. So let's fight her a couple of times. That's cool. I wonder who that guy is. Let's fight her a couple of times with like Ant-Man. I was actually practicing her special 2 decks. You can't do it normally. But with Enchantress, alright, let's pause, right? So you see how she starts the fight with these spells? How you fight her is you need to remember how to deactivate each spell type. So the green spell, you have to counter her heavy attack. The orange spell, you have to intercept her. And the purple spell, you have to knock her down. You have to do these in a certain order, though, because certain spells will give her certain abilities, like Evade All Knockdown, or Becoming Untouchable, or other things that will prevent you from removing her spells. And if you don't remove her spells, the next time she uses a special attack, all the damage that she prevented from her spell protection being up is sent back to you. So you see right there, I countered her heavy attack, and then I intercepted her, and that removed the spells. So now, we bait a special 1, and now what we need to do is counter her heavy attack and knock her down. See, I got 2 for 1 there. If you get lucky and get green and purple, you can counter the heavy with a heavy and remove both of them. Got intercepted there, that's not my fault. And managed to tank We got really lucky here. It's all green spells, so all we need to do is counter her heavy. But, you know, that's not as easy as it looks because sometimes she doesn't want to throw her heavy attack. I'm not trying to propagate the idea that Ant-Man is the best for Enchantress. This is for the sake of the test. And then her special 2, you just... Well, first of all, she intercepted me, so... You just can't dex it. I've tried. I've gotten very close. I've gotten to the point where I can get everything but the final hit. But the final hit, it's such a quick succession from the third to last hit that you just can't get it. Then you intercept. Interesting how the dex triggered the power steal. No way for you to soak up and return that damage on offense? No, that is only a defense thing. So let's fight her again with somebody else. Let's fight her with somebody who's supposed to be used against her, you know? One of my favorite champions for Enchantress is Shocker. Because with Shocker, all you really need to do if your Shocker is awakened, all you really need to do is counter her spells and turn them off for the first time. And in short form content, especially if your Shocker's high sig, you can just go for a special 1, force block again, and then go for a special 2. And that should be dead. She might not be dead from this, but she should be. Yeah. So I love Shocker for her because he can just kill her quick. She doesn't have a very high health pool, and a 7-star rank 2, 7-star rank 3, 6-star rank 5 ascended Shocker can absolutely demolish her. So I love Shocker for her. The only thing is she's very, very prone to do full combos into your block. She doesn't like to throw heavy attacks. She's the antithesis of America Chavez, whereas with Chavez, you don't want her to throw heavies, and she does. Enchantress, she throws heavies very reluctantly. So, especially with the 7-star, with the block pen stat focus, I could just see her being such a nightmare, such an absolute nightmare. But Shocker is one of my favorite counters for her, so if you have a Shocker or you have Shocker, rank him up. He's very good for her. Another good option for Enchantress is... Where's a good low-level version? Luke Cage. Luke Cage is pretty good for Enchantress. Because in her abilities, if she has a Debilitate active, that counts as a negative spell. So the damage reduction, instead of it being 60% right now, it should be 40%. And Luke is just kind of a beast. Now, of course, it would be a little slower in a battleground situation, but Luke Cage is kind of cracked. He's very decent. Very decent for Enchantress. And then another champion who is also fairly okay for Enchantress is Tigra. Now, this is only a 4-star, so obviously the block damage is going to be a little intense. This is a perfect example of her getting all 3. So I had to start with the heavy attack one, and then I could knock her down. So what I should have done there was counter her heavy with my heavy. I just wasn't thinking about it. But Tigra is also pretty decent for Enchantress. Now, of course, you do need to bait specials here. There's the evade all knockdown, so right there you have to be careful. And there's the burst damage reflection. Because I did not turn off the orange spell, 20% of the damage was left, and look at that, she just kills me. So you can see things can go very, very poorly, very quickly against Enchantress. Would Rintra work? He'd be okay. He would be okay. Science champions will do very well for her. Science burst champions who don't have to rely on baiting special attacks like Human Torch, Silk, Titania will all do very well against Enchantress. You just need to be able to counter her and know what to do, you know? So, like, let's fight her with, I don't know, what 5-star science champions do I have? Spidey 99 would be decent, but it wouldn't be very fast. Scorpion would not be great because you want to bait specials with Scorpion, and you don't want to bait her specials if you can avoid it. Human Torch would melt her, but that's kind of missing the point of the whole test here. I don't think I have a 4-star Torch ranked up. No. Hulk should be okay. OG Spidey has Debilitate. Ah, good shout, good shout. Let's fight her with Hulk first. So right there, we remove the green spell, and Intercept removes the orange spell. So now, we would be in a good position to counter her and knock her down, but because I'm using Hulk, I don't want to do that. Now I can. Now we can special 2. If your Hulk is high enough sig, you can use the Unstoppable to counter her. And then, that's basically curtains. So Hulk will be okay for her. He won't be great, but if you get him to work, should be alright. It depends on the spells. It depends on the AI. It depends on the nodes, but Hulk can work. Someone said try Werewolf for her. I don't have a low enough Werewolf to try, but I'll just show you for the sake of the test. If you wanted to use a Werewolf by Night or like a Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, you could, and you could try and nuke them. So there's the Intercept, there's the heavy counter, and there's the knockdown. So now with Wolf, if we want to, we can just hit her block, and that's it. And then whenever she throws a special, obviously, you know, we just remove the spells again. But now, of course, she wants to throw specials, and she's being super aggressive. Because that's just what the AI does. Special Intercept, you see? When she doesn't have any spells, she becomes very, very aggressive. She becomes very anti-passive playstyle. Seems like either Nuke gets stalled trying to do the demanded actions, or gets screwed if she has a bar of power and you still have to intercept. Yes, I could not have summarized it any better, really. That is essentially the Enchantress experience. You either nuke her down with a Shocker, with a Tigra, with a Hulk, or you get stalled trying to take away all the spells so she doesn't reflect damage and kill you, or you just die. So that's kind of it. She punishes immunities big time too, so she'll be awful on hazard shift nodes. Yes. Yes, she will. That's why you don't want immunities, you want resistances. So somebody like Onslaught would actually be okay. Onslaught also benefits from constantly heavy countering the opponent, so he'd be decent. Another thing about Enchantress, I'm just showing this for the sake of explaining this next point. When you dex her special 1, the effects still apply. So, like, dexing the special doesn't get you out of the fact that all of those spells just triggered, you know? You see that? So see how we got that neutralize and that atrophy? She's healing from energy damage right now. But Onslaught would be decent, you know? Probably one of the best for Hazard Shift. What's up, Lorson? Rank 2 Wolf or Guardian? Oh, super tough. Both really good for Battlegrounds. Really solid nukes. Whatever champion you have less of, whatever class you have less ranked up in, is the class you should go for. Because those are two great champs. Should be a time slot with 5 out of 5 MD? 100%. 100%. I need to get 5 out of 5 MD on my main account. So we got another Serpent. Fantastic. Kinda, sorta. It's not as BS in terms of the power gain, but it is a lot more demanding of AI cooperation and your ability to remember all of the ways to take her spells off. So yeah, she's kinda rough on defense, and by kinda rough I mean really, really rough. Quicksilver will be good for her, and so will Sunspot, because Sunspot's a nuke. If you can nuke her down, she'll be fine. But if you can't nuke her down, like if she ends up throwing a special one and you don't have enough time to take away all the spells, you can kiss your chances goodbye of basically everything. I believe you can Archangel her, but you need to remove the spells first before you can Archangel her, so... Okay, we remove that. Now we just need to intercept. Yeah, you definitely could Archangel her for sure. Just remove the spells and hopefully get lucky. A lot of her defensive prowess can be taken away by nukes, but she can just be so rough, man. Just so rough. Counter heavy and intercept. For the certain spell types, let's do the fight again just to talk about the spells. So for these two, the green spell, you need to counter her heavy attack. The purple spell, you need to knock her down. If the orange spell were active, an intercept would turn it off. It's too late. You see how you cannot escape the damage from the spells? And now you're in a position where she has that damage cap, and if you don't land an intercept, you're essentially dead. So yeah, she can be rough, man. She can be super rough. You can escape the damaging spells, just dex the last part of the special one. Yeah, you can escape the damage, but like the utility stuff, it always applies, you know? Bullseye, this guy, man, remember when everyone dreaded him? I mean, people still dread him, but he was an appetizer compared to Serpent and now Enchantress. was going for the special 1 dex. I know I can get it. I'm like 40% successful with getting the dex. Oh, I almost had it there. Yeah, I'm not going to get it there. You have to dex that first hit super early. I'm going to get it. I'm committed to getting it now. I wasn't going to get it there, so I just blocked. Let's just let him kill me. I can try again. Enchantress looking good or what? She looks okay. Definitely an insane defender. Oh, I'm going to get it, man. I know it. I know I can do it. I've literally made an entire video about this. She's definitely an insane defender. And probably will be underrated on attack. But on defense, she might be the worst defender this year. She might be the worst defender this year. She's that bad. Alright, I got it once. That's all I care about. When I practice it, I get it. I just did it? Yeah, I know. I wasn't thinking about it, but I got it. She's super rough, though. She's probably, if not the worst defender this year, the second worst under Serpent. Because I would say Bullseye isn't the worst anymore, because Serpent has easily taken that crown away from him. But she's up there, man. I mean, with the right node combo, you would have so much guaranteed damage coming your way. Like Mighty Charge. Dude, what are you going to do against a Mighty Charge Enchantress? Because you can't really bring a nuke to that. You would have to bring like Kate Bishop and never let her throw a special. So the possibilities for her on defense are pretty terrifying. But if you can remove the spells and she doesn't have like a massive influx of power, you can handle her. She can be taken to the clinic. Oh yeah, she'll be a war boss for sure. Punk feels okay. Best Enchantress counter? I like Shocker. Let me list a couple here. So I like Shocker. I think Titania will be great. I think Hulk will be decent. I think Torch will be, of course, amazing. Luke Cage as well will be very good. And then, like I said, Shocker will be fantastic. I could genuinely see Prowler being okay, but probably not great. You could probably nuke her with Kate if the spells allow you to. You could nuke her with Tigra. You could nuke her with Jugs, again, if the spells allow you to. Wolf is also a good slow option. You can Archangel her. Sunspot probably do great. There's options for sure. You just have to know how to fight her. And that's probably a video worth making if somebody hasn't already made it. Like, I'm not sure if Nick made a video about how to fight her or whatnot. But yeah, she's rough, man. She is really rough to fight. And on offense, I could see her being okay. I could see her being a decent attacker for non-short content. That's kind of the opposite of Deathless Vision, where he's geared towards short form. Enchantress is not geared towards short form at all. Is she the toughest defender in the game? I don't know. That's a good question. She's up there. I believe her spells are immune to ability accuracy, modification, or reduction. Let's check right now. Spells. For each active spell, 20% of the incoming damage is prevented. This is unaffected by ability accuracy. Yeah, but that's the damage reflection. Where damage? Normax. She has damage in long form. She can get it through a BG level health pool in about a minute. I think she'll be more viable than people are expecting. Akbar, what are you doing in terms of that rotation? Like, are you just going for the damaging spells, or are you going for like 3 special ones and a special 2? What are you doing there? I think her special 3 is locked if she throws her special 1. Her special 3 is not locked, but her special 2 on defense is until she's thrown 2 special 1s. Charm, Fire, Neutralize, special 2. Charm, Fire, Neutralize, special 2. Let's try it. Have to remember. I know what Charm is. Charm is up, down, up. Charm? Let me just make sure. Charm, Fire, Neutralize. Okay. Fire is down, down, right. And then Neutralize. Which one's Neutralize? Is Wilt Neutralize? Or is it Antipathy? I wish there was a description for them. I'm not sure why there isn't, unless I'm missing it here. Am I missing the description for all of her things? Alright, let's just figure it out. So it's Charm, Fire, which is down, down. Neutralizes right, left, right. I think that's the one that's bugged. Fire's down, down, right. Okay, so let's... Charm. Fire. Fire. Then right, left, right. Okay. Right, left, right. Okay, well that didn't work. That's what I did and it didn't count, so that's fun. Let's just go for the special 2 anyway. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work. Because I did right, left, right, and it just didn't count. Let's try it again. Right, left, right. Okay, there we go. If I take 13 years to do it. Let's try that again, but actually getting the proper spell. Let's try that one more time. I just have to take it super slow, I guess. How do I like Enchantress? She is interesting on offense. I like her utility. I don't know if I love her ramp up. She's going to be a great defender. Alright, so Charm, Fire, and then right, left, right. I just have to do it really slow, I guess. Charm I can do fast. I don't know. I don't know why the neutralize one doesn't work for me. Awesome. Down, down, right. Down, down, right. Right, left, right. There we go. That felt alright. I bet against Serpent, she would feel pretty decent. Yeah, that was better. That was... Yeah, that was a minute 9. That was definitely better. Good shout, Akbar. I appreciate that. Yeah, that definitely felt better. I mean, she's still not geared towards short form for most champions, but I could see her being a very decent Serpent counter. If you follow a certain rotation, you get like the Nullify going, you remove that Fury, you steal the power. Yeah, that felt a lot better. That felt a lot better. Let's try that against Drax with class advantage. I will say, after testing her for about an hour, the Awakened ability feels very, very nice to have. That Charm Champion is exceptional. Increasing the power you're stealing, which in turn increases your ramp up. I'm a fan. Plus MD. So any high buff matchup, she will excel. Why? Why are you spamming light attacks, Drax? I could have had 100% health, and you just had to go and ruin my fun. Yeah, that was 59 seconds. I mean, just call it a minute. It feels better. It feels better. Yeah, you're totally right, Rob. I mean, it's not a one-for-one scenario, for sure. But I think she will be very solid for Serpent. But that definitely felt a lot better for short form. Gonna take time to figure out what's best for her. Oh yeah, it'll take a decent bit of time. Let's fight that Drax one more time, just for the sake of it, since we're still here. Can you push her to special 3 on defense? No. I would love to have taken her into like Necropolis and fought Red Goblin or somebody like that. Yeah, the Awakened ability I think you need it if you want any potential of using her on offense. Yeah, see, that's so weird. I went for it super slowly, and it still didn't count. That's so strange. I know, Nick, if you're still in here, if you could make note of that the neutralize spell is sometimes not triggering, or like you have to do it super slow, whereas all the other ones you don't need to do slow at all. It's really strange. Because I was going very slow there, and it still didn't count. I was going right, left, right, and it still did not count. But see, look how fast I did Charm Champion. You know, that was immediate. Fireball, immediate. So, I don't know what the deal is. I'll just go for it slowly. If we get lucky here, he's dead. Yeah. That felt okay. I mean, that's probably the best time I'm going to get on this stream. But 50 seconds with class advantage. Again, no nodes, just showing off the health pool. Feels okay. I feel like for certain nasty Cosmic Defenders, you can take her off defense as long as you have somebody else to throw on defense. And you can get a win with her against a Serpent, against potentially a Gallon. She's got a lot of utility. I don't know. I'm a little undecided on her for right now. But she's interesting. I do think there will be a place for her outside of defense. I think she will have some value in maybe some future content. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for right now with the Enchantress testing. Let me know what you guys thought about Enchantress in, I don't know, either the comments of this stream or just make your own videos and I'll watch them. I'm typically good with stuff like that. I think she's alright. I think she's a insane defender, and I'm not super happy about that, but she feels okay enough on offense. You know, it's been an interesting couple of months with champions, let's just say that. And boy, oh boy, am I looking forward to Deathless She-Hulk. Hopefully she is amazing. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for right now. Thank you so much to everybody who was hanging out in the stream. We had concurrently over 400 people in here. We had like 500 earlier, so much love to you for sticking around, guys. Does she want high sig? I don't have her at high sig, so it doesn't look like she needs it, but it wouldn't hurt. It increases her power gain, so if you can get her to high sig, awesome. You definitely want her awakened, though. High sig, not necessary, but you definitely want her awakened. Is Vega live? If he is, we can go raid him. Yeah, let's grab the link. Deathless Shield gonna be butchered more than Deathless Vision? Hey, sweeta. Let's not speak that into existence, okay? Let's not do that. But yeah, let's go raid Vega. He's streaming right now. Let's hit him with the MSD raid. Again, thank you all so much for being here. Much love. I will see you again. If not this Sunday, at the start of next week, I should be able to stream Arena again, which is good because I've really fallen off that wagon. But, you know, that happens sometimes when you got other occupations and other priorities. But, yeah. Much love, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one. Let's go say hi to Vega. Peace.